Hello guys, Carmen here. So this is our second session of Coffee On, and today we'll be introducing a very special guest with us. So they're actually a power couple that changed the ice cream industry in Singapore. And I'm sure many of you guys would know, they actually also co-found ice cream brand called Creamier. So they are our very good friend, Victor and Wan Chin.
Hello.
Hello, everybody.
It's so nice to see you guys.
So good to see you.
Thank you for having us.
Pleasure's mine. What are you guys drinking today?
This is coffee from PPP, Hartman. Yes.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, definitely. One of my personal favorites.
How does the Hartman taste like?
Hey, this batch is pretty good, I have to say. The floral taste came out quite strong. To me, it's always the body after the afterbody that you get the flavor in the mouth that sticks. I think that's very very crucial for blue coffee. That's me.
Nice.
It's a more personal preference.
So we have a Wilfa brew bar at home, and it is really a daily essential equipment. So I think doing brew coffee is so much easier than espresso.
Especially.
Yeah, so I think it really opens up a lot more opportunity to explore coffee. Because for filter, you really can try different batches very easily as compared to espresso. Yeah, and I think also for pour the filter coffee, the flavors of each bean and how it's being roasted is very clear. It's very pronounced compared to espresso, especially if you actually drink it with milk. So it's really good.
This is one of the reasons why actually Tiong Bahru serves brew coffee. I think it's down to us, the preference of the owners. Also.
Yeah, you guys have a filter coffee bar with ice cream, right?
Yes.
You can make your own affogato at home.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Okay, so I have a couple of questions for you guys. But of course, we welcome questions from everyone in the audience as well. So,
Hi everybody.
yeah, please put your questions at the bottom of the shortly.
Oh, okay. Wow. All right.
Wow, yeah, show some love. There's a button.
Anyway, we can't do any online delivery.
Yeah, so I think most of you have heard what happened yesterday with the new measures. So even though you're looking at us like quite chill now at home,
Busy with the online orders.
we are literally doing a battlefield out there, and we are trying to follow up with every single customer on orders.
Yeah,
And actually,
making sure that we have enough stock for our customers.
yeah,
So I think the priority is always to make sure that within the next few days we can send out whatever we have, and make sure that if we follow up. I think a lot of people are very concerned that whether they'll get their orders. I think even for this sudden changes in policy. So I think just assurance if we can, we'll make sure that we reach out to everybody.
but it's okay. We can still come in and join and
My
answer the
guys
questions.
are actually very busy.
Yeah, let's start on a happier note. So, maybe you can tell us a little bit more about your ice cream journey. Like, how do you open up Creamier?
How do we open up
Creamier
Creamier?
started.
And the name, I'm really curious about the name as well.
You want the real story or the? As all business owners, the name is always the hardest, right? You can come out with the name. Okay, we can name our shop as all the owners' name, but we wanted something that is easy for people to remember. I think we changed the name quite a lot until we stumbled upon. I think Wan Chin stumbled upon this design art publication, which happens to be called Creamier. It's an art publication. So that's a very nice name for our ice cream shop. Yeah, a lot of other names for sure, but it sort of it resonates well. So
In a parallel world, what would it be called?
you want to say the name?
Not guilty.
Really?
Literally, that was one
Oh,
of
the
the
name
names.
that you can
Like,
choose, man, when you.
you want to feel not guilty eating good ice creams, and real ice creams made with fresh ingredients, and girls don't need to feel guilty about eating good ice creams, right?
Yeah.
That was one of the name.
But we decided that the name has to be easy for people to pronounce and not too complex and too complicated. So we also wanted it to be a bit more friendly.
Yeah.
So a single syllabus is always nice. Something that can relate to the business would be even better. Single syllabus are actually syllabus, yeah, but single word.
I think for us, the journey really started when we stumbled across the shop. It's an empty shop in Toa Payoh, our very first. So it really sets the vibe and the tone and the concept for our business. Because ice cream business is really not a new business. Ice cream has been around for like centuries, right? And even for us, there are actually a couple of good local brands. I actually literally grew up eating Daily Scoop and Island Creamery because I studied nearby and things like that. So, and of course, your walls and your Soleros and so forth. So, when we actually stumbled upon the shop, actually we were very inspired by PPP, Papa Paletta. Yeah, it was back in 2011. And the first time I visited Papa Paletta at Hooper Road, I was like, oh, this kind of space. The way we drink coffee, actually. Yeah. I'll change the way I drink coffee. I think the experience is very different about discovering a new space that is not commercialized, discovering a new way of drinking coffee. So to me personally, like Creamier is like similar, like specialty coffee. It's rediscovering good ice creams, handcrafted, handmade, and also discovering a new space. I mean, I think 9 years ago, who would go to Toa Payoh for cafe or to have a cafe experience, right? So we are really inspired, and I think more than just making good ice cream, we want to create a great experience for customers.
We don't believe in selling. Actually, we never say that we sell ice cream. We're selling you more of an experience.
Happiness, right?
It's about happiness. That's why we came out with a whole liner after I think 8 years in the business or 7 years. We came to the conclusion that actually what we're selling is moments of happiness. It's not the days you remember, it's the moment. So it's very critical. I think it's all the little things in life that we tend to remember. So drinking a nice cup of coffee, eating a really good ice cream, we just want, people just want to find the little moments. So I think like all businesses, we want to share a little bit of happiness, especially in times like this. But they don't allow us to sell ice cream now, so yeah. So we're going to wait for a while, I guess.
Yeah.
Why did you guys decide to sell specialty coffee?
Specialty coffee.
Yeah, to sell specialty coffee.
Because the owners like to drink. Okay, not all.
The owners like to drink.
And we have a little belief in running the business that if you want to do something, you do it properly. So instead of just having like say an espresso or I'm not saying that it's not great or what, but to do it, you do it properly. So I learned from Leon, I learned from Marcus, how coffee is being done and what is the best way to serve it. Yeah, we may not be able to achieve what specialty coffee can do, but we try to get as close as possible because at the end of the day, it's what we want to serve to our customers. It has to be things that we as owners we like it a lot. So it's very hard to sell to customers when you personally don't even enjoy drinking coffee or you don't enjoy eating ice cream. So these are the little things that I think make a huge difference.
Anyway, it's a selfish decision. We wanted a space that both the father and mother can go with the kids. So when we first opened Creamier, my kids is only like 2 and 3 years old.
Coffee.
So we need coffee and we need to make our kids happy, ourselves happy. So we decided, why not we combine good coffee and good ice creams together. So
and you don't smell the coffee, hot coffee, cold ice cream. And when you have coffee in the shop, the whole smell change. Your senses are evoked. So if you notice that previously a lot of ice cream places don't really have coffee. So it's very cold. You go in, everything is very cold, the mood is very cold. So we decided that's not how it should be. Just like if you enter a bakery, all your senses and smell. So we have our waffles, we have our coffee, and all this actually helps to make the experience for the customer when they step in feel a lot much better. So when you step in the shop, you smell all this thing. Actually, it's a very nice experience.
Hi, Leon.
Very sensory, It's not like just oh, I'm here to buy ice cream, but then you forget about why are you here. So these are all the little things, the touch point for a brand as you want to give them the experience that you hope to try to achieve.
Due to the current measure, right? Because we can't order or we can't pre-order your amazing like sold out ice waffles. Can you tell us a little bit more about them?
Sorry.
The waffles.
Yeah.
The waffles.
Yeah.
I
So
think
that we can order when the CD is ended.
yeah. The last few weeks has been really marathon, I think, for a lot of businesses as well. Almost like every other day is something really different. So we were so excited about our frozen waffles, but just within a few days of being able to launch it, we had to stop everything. So unfortunately, I think a lot of customers are quite disappointed with it. So at this point, we can only comply. So for those who have been questioning whether can we still take new orders for delivery or online, we can't. So right now, we are just kind of like fulfilling all the paid orders with existing stock.
I think the waffles was interesting because we actually tested this in Jakarta.
Because I have coffee.
Yeah, but we were very concerned because of course, everybody is skeptical. How can frozen waffles taste as good as what you have when you make it fresh in stock? We were very skeptical too, actually. Because I was saying, how can it be that different? So I think the process of making it frozen was the tricky part.
It still is a very handcrafted method for us. It's still baked,
Freshly
and
baked.
then straight away we have to blast freeze
To minus 26.
to almost like 45 minutes, and straight away vacuum pack. So like in 1 hour we can only do 12 sets. That's it.
No, more already now.
Maximum, because one set is 4 sets.
Yeah.
So it's not that we do not want to ramp up our production and whatnot, but it's still a very
Time consuming.
manual process. So only our staff there still making the mix and baking the waffles. So I think we didn't mean to go mass production with the launch of the product. We just want to be able to offer something that is being able to deliver to the customer in a good condition, a frozen waffle. So yeah, please bear with us. We are still a very, very small business with no central kitchen. With
the team has been working very hard.
The team has been very
The last batch was very surprising when they sold it out so quickly. So as with all things, people say, "Oh, you should be very happy," but we're actually more concerned that a lot of customers who are unable to get it will be a bit upset.
Yeah.
So I think as owners, we're actually more concerned that selling it out so fast and a lot of people still can't get the product you definitely get some backlash.
Yeah. We give a lot of credit of the good waffles to actually our staff on hand and kitchen team. Number one, the recipe is developed by Audrey, which is our partner, right? Unfortunately, today she can't be here with us.
3 partners. And
she's very insistent on the quality of the mix. So for those who are curious, it's actually made with fresh eggs. Every day we will buy trays of eggs from the market, hand separate.
We're only doing this at one outlet, so it's a bit tricky. We try to, just as we're doing in another outlet.
Just talking about the waffle.
Yeah. So
anyway, it's freshly made lah. So we don't buy a pre-mix and just add water or add milk. So everything from the butter to the milk, everything is we make the mix fresh daily. And then the staff on hand have to manage the waffle baking very well because every machine is very temperamental. It might be a surprise to customer. We actually have almost 40 machines because they are always boiling.
Wow.
Every machine has its own personality.
But I think based on the QC that the guy said, so if there are like holes in it, they have to reject the waffles. So let's say you get 4 sets per production, and then maybe 1 or 2 is damaged. So we try not to sell our customers.
It is a very time-consuming, and a lot of our staff, even the part-timers, many of them have to go through this.
Iron.
They literally, we call it a test, because many of them will actually burn their arms on the waffle machine, and it's about 200 degrees Celsius. So we actually have a first aid kit standby with aloe gel and bandages. So it's not something that we usually share with customers. But yes, our waffles are not always 100% consistent because the machines are very different in temperament, and every waffle maker, our staff, has a different way of handling the waffles. So we do our best, we try our best, but we are not machines, so it's not 100% consistent. Just like roasting coffee.
Yeah, it's just like roasting coffee.
Yeah, every batch, every barista, every equipment, you can have no two same levels to go. It's always a bit of difference.
Even the ice cream also, but the ice cream sort of a bit more consistent now. Hi guys.
Thank you for joining in. We are talking about waffles.
And coffee and ice cream.
Yeah.
So many friends. Hi.
So I must highlight that what we have right now, we started with Papa Platter for our coffee beans since day one.
Yeah.
I think we tried so many things. We even done coffee jelly. We actually have done special blend like
Cold brew
Nahali.
Cold brew coffee was good.
Yeah,
What's your favorite ice cream and coffee sharing?
Then the
coffee jelly.
coffee jelly, we did a special cold brew. I think it was drip for 12 hours or 24 hours. And we turned it into a sorbet. And that was really good because we mixed with coffee jelly.
Try it at home. Buy cold brew, mix in gelatin and turn it into a jelly. And then when it's done, add in fresh milk and a scoop of vanilla ice cream. Have your own coffee jelly dessert at home.
It's not too bad actually.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah. So I think I heard I read somebody ask about classic flavors or traditional. Oh, maybe Carmen, you should lead the questions. Okay.
We have a very interesting question
Okay.
from Eugene.
Hi, Eugene.
So, what's the future of ice cream and F&B in Singapore, maybe? Is it more trend than how people product?
You want to start first?
Before we, based on our experience actually not on this trend thing, we do find that people tend to go back before they move forward. So a lot of the flavors we thought were interesting was actually flavors that people remember when they're young. So the trend is actually to go back and bring out flavors that people remember from their childhood. So a lot of flavors that we did well was actually flavors that people, I wouldn't say new flavors, but it's flavors that actually they are very familiar with, but more into translating into ice cream. So actually we have been working with the team on a few of these flavors, which will be coming out in the next few months, hopefully.
I think it ties in the question about flavors and the future of F&B or ice cream in Singapore. Yeah, I think the question is about what's the future of ice cream industry in Singapore. Is it trend driven?
Trend driven.
Yeah. I think ice cream has over the last decade become a more commonplace food offering. Right? When I'm young, there's always only that few brands that you buy from supermarkets or 7-Eleven, or either that you go all the way up to buy Haagen-Dazs, which you wait for your so-called boyfriend to treat you, or you treat yourself with the girlfriends. But now I think there's so many good quality local brands that fill the mini market. And it has become so normal to go and pick up an ice cream at a cafe as compared to going to Kopitiam to buy your kopi o, right? So I think it depends on at what point you are in the entire life cycle. Right? So I feel that maybe 10 years ago or 8 years ago, when this cafe hopping day is going on, people will view it as a trend. Right, but I think as of now, it has kind of stabilized and become a normal offering, just like bubble tea. Government just viewed that we are non-essential.
No. Actually, now that you digest the whole question of the future, when we started Sunday Folks, that was the idea of how we wanted to think that ice cream could go forward. Trying to serve fresh ice cream, not soft serve, but freshly churned ice cream. Pairing quality ingredients. I think moving forward, people are very conscious of the quality, the things that they put inside their body. So I think very more conscious of what goes into making the ice cream. So as people who actually make ice cream, we try to make sure that the quality. Hold on, let me see.
Okay.
Sorry.
Is the sound level okay
Is it better now?
Maybe I'll try to. Yeah, I think it's better, right?
So sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you for that.
First time doing IG live.
Yeah, not so sad. But the whole idea is that I think people tend to be a bit more quality driven. I think they are more particular in where you get your vanilla or what you're actually putting in your ice cream. I think that's the whole trend that people are a bit more conscious. As they travel more and the food that they eat are more varied, I think they tend to be a bit more particular on, where do you get this? And I think it makes a huge difference in terms of like what we push from day one. That I think quality is something that is not by accident. It's down to the owners to try to.
I think people still love trends. I mean, it will be a really boring place when if there are no new things happening or no new trends. I think it's just a matter of whether what kind of trends die out or what kind of trends transit into maybe more sustainable kind of concepts. Definitely trends will always be here. Otherwise, I think Singapore will be a very, very boring place.
Yeah.
I hope that answers the question.
So we have another very exciting question also. So from yeah, also known as Adro. Hi, Adro. Is it possible to use the same waffle batter to create something at home? Could you share something similar to the waffle batter that is so famous, so that we can enjoy at home? Or maybe could you give us tips if you want to make good waffle?
Okay, so naturally, I have brought back the waffle mix and tried making things at home, including like pancakes and so forth. But honestly, without the waffle machine, you cannot achieve the same thing ever. Okay, so I think the food is really food science, right? And the recipe is formulated to perfectly fit the equipment, the waffle equipment that we have in the shop. The depth of the waffle cubes, the temperature that's hitting, and there's even the turning at what timing.
And the cleaning of the machine.
Yeah. Everything makes a difference to the final quality. So I tried doing my own pancake and it just turned out yucky. So tastes good, but the texture is totally gone. So I would say, I'm sorry I don't have any trade secrets to share. I'm not the chef today.
It's a bit difficult if you don't have the right equipment.
Yeah, but you need the right equipment.
So there's difference between a $300 waffle machine and a $1,800 waffle machine, which is what we are using actually.
Yeah, but maybe a tip, let's say for ice cream. Waffles, I'm sorry, I don't really have a waffle machine at home. But,
you don't have a waffle machine?
But just like ice cream, the waffle machines we use at the shop is commercial grade. It's just like espresso machines, right? So versus a home espresso machine, which is much maybe lower in power and so forth, performance is different. So naturally, I think you have to understand your equipment and adjust the temperature, and the ingredients accordingly. So like when making ice creams, of course in our shop we use really high power machines to churn the ice creams. If you want to use the same recipe in a home ice cream machine, you will never achieve the same results. But there are certain things you need to adjust because it's food science, right? So maybe you need to put in a little bit like corn flour, or maybe you need to substitute certain things with honey instead of sucrose, because a home machine works very differently. So the first step is to understand your machine and to understand the science behind achieving the results you want and making the adjustment. But the best way for any homemaker is just Google search a good recipe and just follow it.
Buy our program waffles, that's our ice cream. It's too much work to do.
Yeah. It's really hard to achieve the same kind of waffles at home, I must say. Yeah.
Even same thing as an espresso machine, though, I guess.
Yeah.
It's a huge difference.
What's your favorite flavor if you have to choose?
Chocolate.
Rum and raisin.
Without fail, I only eat our chocolate ice cream.
Cup or cone?
For me, it's definitely cup.
Cone. I like cup with cone.
Cup with cone.
Cup with cone.
As you grow older, you like less messy things, right? So you have a cup but you still have a cone on top and eat
I like
together.
to taste the flavor of the ice cream.
That's fair. Maybe the last question is about the sampling. So, like as ice cream shop owner and a designer, the shop looks amazing, but something that I can't help to take notice as well is people always sample when they can't decide which flavor they like, right? So sampling is very common when you visit the ice cream shop. What are your thoughts on sampling? Do you stop people from sampling too much as well?
It's very, very, I wouldn't say, because to me it's just part of the experience. I did tell my staff to don't give too little, but don't overgive the sampling. It allows the customers to have a very happy experience. That's how the whole idea of going to ice cream shop, you're going, I get to try some flavors. Most customers still enjoy doing it, especially they're not too sure on the choice of ice cream. And this, to me, it's just part of the experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you settle on the flavor you like, you still enjoy ice cream. I would say that as a business owner in financial, of course, if there's no sampling, then that would be great. But I think it takes up a very key part of the experience that a lot of people visit ice cream shop for.
I think it's a chance for the staff to interact, and we have 18 flavors on display. So we do encourage people to try new things. Like when's the last time you tried something new for the first time? I mean, especially for ice cream, people tend to always go back to the same flavors, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's an ice cream place is a good time to explore maybe a new taste palette, and you might discover a new favorite ice cream flavor.
Yeah, Wan Chin's point of interaction is very true though. It's a very good conversation starter for the staff to let them try the flavor, and then while they are having it, they can explain what goes behind doing the ice cream. So I think if you take that out, it becomes a very vending machine kind of thing. I think that is something that can't be replaced. I think the human interaction and the conversation is something that is always nice.
Yeah, I guess. We try. I know most of the young staff don't really talk a lot to the customers, but I think we try. Yeah, I think it's always when we develop new flavors, we get very excited, we do encourage people to discover. It's like our newest flavor right now is salted lemon plum. Like Seng Wei.
Seng Wei Tui.
Yeah.
The drink that you get in coffee shop. So
So, I mean, like, sometimes you are familiar with the flavor, but it's hard to imagine it, eating it as an ice cream. So, it's a new experience.
Okay. I think we overshot a little bit with time, but it was so nice to have you guys here today. And
Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah, thank you, Victor. Thank you, Wan Chin.
Thank you.
Super awesome to have you today. Bye-bye.
Take care,
Thank you, everyone, for joining.
Thanks, everybody.
I'll see you guys. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.